Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, this your boy Big Zeke in the building. This is another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. I'm here with my brother Dre.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
So here with my brother Kesey.
What's good, good people?
How's it going?
Life.
It's going good, man. Can't complain.
Did you say life?
Can't complain.
How's it going? Life. I'm living
It's
a life.
summer fest.
It's 95 degrees.
You know what I'm saying? Celebrities in the mill. Kim K was here. She broke the internet more than this. Is it Sizzy? What is it? I'm sorry, I don't know. I know Maverick City Music. I know Kirk Franklin. I know Fred Hammond. You know what I'm saying? I know CC Winans.
Kim K was in the building.
Kim K broke the internet more than the concert did.
SZA was here SZA was here for Summerfest.
SZA and Kim Kardashian
Kim
was
K,
in the crowd.
Kim K was there with Southwest.
And she broke the
whatever
internet.
her name is. St. West or whatever her name is.
Northwest.
Whatever.
And she broke the internet. Literally, I saw her picture.
What was the concert at?
Summerfest. You know, Summerfest, you do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
But Kim K came all the way here for the Summerfest?
I mean, you think about it, small venue.
I was very surprised, and then on top of that, this is SZA's first stop on her tour in America.
But think about it.
Overseas before.
Think about it.
So
apparently, I mean, I heard a little bit on the news. Apparently, they're friends, like most of celebrities are. And you think about it, it's a smaller venue versus like the Fiserv Forum or the United Center or wherever. Is it a man or a woman?
But I thought Summerfest had over 20,000.
They do, but remember, there's different stages. There's the amphitheater.
She was at the main stage,
right?
Let's just move on.
Anyway, she was here and broke the internet.
She was here.
Well, I didn't really care.
It was.
I didn't even know who the artist
Taco
was.
and Tequila was here also.
They got rained out.
Luda was here. They still performed.
Luda, but you see what Luda did?
Yeah, he was throughout the city with a local artist.
He went throughout the city rapping. He went to the 3rd Street Market. He stopped in like random places.
I saw the 3rd Street Market with the JBL
beatboxers. It was cool. That was real cool for the city.
Nah.
Why you such a hater today, man?
Okay.
You walked in hating today.
How did I hate? What did I hate on?
Nothing.
You just ended.
You just, you just anti-hero today.
You just said it was good for the city. I'm saying, what did it do for our city?
I didn't say it was good for the city.
That's what he said.
I said it was good for the city because
he like anything. I don't say anything. I say any time a celebrity is in Milwaukee, actually amongst the people, it's good for the city. Because if you step outside of Wisconsin, you be like, "Where you from?" Milwaukee. Oh. They got black people there?
Exactly. They got black people there? Or they what y'all don't y'all make cheese? Like
beer?
What? So it's one of them things where it's like I said, it's good for the city. Anytime exposure is good for the city. So let's go ahead and get into it. No, I'm sorry, really quickly, because I forgot to do this last week. I'm gonna do it again. Let's have a moment of silence for the passing of Willie Mays. Very quickly. But yeah, I forgot about Jerry West last week, and I didn't want to come into this week forgetting about one of the greatest.
Didn't somebody else die too? It was kind of a death. The celebrity deaths come in 3. It was another sports figure, wasn't it?
No, I don't think
you sure?
It was. I can't think of who it was right now. Somebody else did.
Jerry West passed away. Willie Mays
and somebody else.
I don't know who did.
I can't think of it right now, but I saw it.
I know there was a football scare with Barry Sanders, but he didn't pass away. So I don't know who you're referring to.
It's probably these.
Grow up.
For old time's sakes. Come on.
Grow up.
These what, Kesey?
I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to
I know who it was.
Who?
The Los Angeles Lakers franchise. My bad.
Let's go set up.
The Los Angeles Lakers franchise.
Let's be hiding on their rock. The Boston Celtics have become the 2024 NBA champions.
Clap it up.
I'm not clapping up for nothing.
Clap it up. Drew Holiday, man. You don't get to
doing that.
You don't get
to doing that here. I get it. You see him at church all the time.
But he brought us a championship too. He brought the city a championship.
We got to do anything. You mad at Giannis because he's going to play for his home country, but you gonna clap it up for the rival?
He ain't played for us. Oh, Doug, Keys. Come on, Zeke. We didn't
We didn't recognize Bill Walton either because he just passed away a couple weeks ago.
Oh, he did. I should have did that one along with Jerry West, but
Bill Walton
did
Jerry
pass away.
West, and Willie Mays.
Willie Mays passed this week. That's
he
why
did.
And that's and they also we don't talk baseball here this show, but also they honored the Negro.
I mean, he died on
League.
Juneteenth Day.
Yeah, but they honored the Negro League.
Yep.
In Major League Baseball, which was nice. They played down in Alabama.
Yep.
One of the first stadiums that the Negro League played in. So that was cool.
You know, if y'all ever have a chance, not to throw, I mean, since you're on baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers do a really dope tribute to the Negro League too. I think it's in August this year, where a lot of the Negro players come out. Real dope scenery to catch out, man. Go check us out, man, because you know they're trying to rewrite our history.
What people come out?
A lot of people be out. But the Negro League, like players from the Negro League come
I know,
out.
that's what I'm saying. You said the Negro players come out.
The Negro League players come out. That's what I said. Don't be mad because the Lakers didn't hire a Negro.
The Lakers is not my team, dude.
You can keep telling yourself that, just like I don't.
They're not. Do you ever see me wear Lakers gear?
Yes.
When?
Yes. In fact, you were conflicted when the Lakers came about wearing a LeBron Lakers jersey or a Bucks hat.
It wasn't an Anthony Davis jersey.
But it's still a Lakers jersey.
It wasn't a D'Angelo Russell jersey.
I like Steph. Oh, hold up.
We're talking about
you like Luka. Do you own anything Luka or Dallas Mavericks?
I don't like Luka.
Do you own anything Luka or Dallas Mavericks?
No, I do not.
Okay. I like Steph and the Golden State Warriors. Do I own anything Golden State? No, I do not. Only thing that's in my arsenal are Bucks hats. Kesey, it's okay. You like the Lakers. Admit it. It's okay. We've been doing this 4 years. Stop lying. You like the Lakers. It's okay.
He has to like another team, so you have to like another team too.
So why do I have to like another team?
Because it's true.
Because he does.
Because I'm a fan of the player on the team.
I'm a fan of Golden State, Steph Curry, not the Warriors, and you know that. In fact, I hate.
So it's okay for you.
I hate it
to be a fan of a player on another team, but it's not okay for me to be a fan of a player on another team.
I didn't say that. I just said if you like them, you like them.
I just know when the picks come out, his picks are usually the Milwaukee Bucks and the Golden State Warriors.
And he picks LeBron for everything.
You pick the Los Angeles Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And you sing Luka's praises for everything.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that because
Why do I pick the Lakers?
Because
you like them.
Because I like who?
The Lakers.
It's not the Lakers. It's who?
Fine, Kesey. You like LeBron James. But like I said,
no. Don't let him off. He wasn't cheering for Cleveland like that when he went back to Cleveland.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't. He was cheering for LeBron.
No, I was always LeBron.
He was cheering for Cleveland. No, I'm saying
before they even went.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Dre. When he want the Lakers to win a championship along with the Bucks, and you be wanting Golden State to go with the Bucks. Don't sit here and try to rope me in with this, because I don't be like, yeah, let's go Dallas and Bucks. I'm like, if the Bucks have the team to make it, I'm the most
That's a lie. That's a lie. When it comes to the Bucks, I'm the most objective out of the three of us. America, y'all been listening to us for 4 years. Who's the most objective Bucks fan here?
I'm the most objective basketball fan here. Yes.
You're not.
I am.
You're not.
Just because I don't want to join the bandwagon of Luka's be crying all the time.
Luka's. The Luka hot takes have been great since he lost. I just want to say that. They've been great. We can agree on that, right? That the Luka hot takes have been great.
It don't change. He's still probably one of the best players.
Next season, I might when they come to Milwaukee, I might wear a shirt that says overrated.
They riding Luka like a rodeo right now.
I might wear a shirt that says overrated.
They're pointing out the one thing that we all knew about Luka that's not good.
Which means he'll never win a title.
Which was his defense. As far as him being one of the still top 25, under 25, he's still that number one spot.
But the one thing I keep seeing everybody point out that I've been saying since I've seen him play live is
him crying against the refs.
His whining hurts his team more than anything.
It does.
And the game of basketball.
I don't say that about the game of basketball.
I do.
Because when you say it hurts the game of basketball, you got to include all the other people.
Oh, they heard it too. Kobe, LeBron, Luka, Chris Paul, all of them.
But think about it is everybody, and I mean everybody, be crying about the referees. Everybody.
Not about, but it's a difference crying about than crying to.
Crying about the referees. So
Luka slows up the game.
I will say this. Steph probably doesn't. I will give Steph that.
But if you get angry, man.
But LeBron does. LeBron is in that category too of people who be crying about the referee.
Ain't Steph the one who threw his mouth guard in the
But did you see the foul that caused him to throw the mouth guard?
Well, he should have threw it.
Bro, he got hammered.
You can't lose your cool.
He got hammered, and then he apologized to the fan. Luka be talking smack.
If that was Draymond, he'd have got 3-game suspension.
Yeah, because Draymond is a consistent character. Come on, man. We way off script. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
But I was going to say, congratulations. I'm not throwing no 2-2-2. It's just congratulations.
So you don't like nobody to talk about your player when it's on him. But let it be LeBron. He's on board.
Bro, I pack you up with most of your LeBron claims until you get out of order.
Lies.
See, until you talk about Michael Jordan, then you know.
Exactly. Do I not back up a lot of his LeBron claims?
Stop the line.
Dude,
stop the cap.
He's been backing you up for the last 2 weeks.
A lot.
2 weeks.
Don't dap
a whole 2 weeks.
Man, y'all will make me use the N-word. Now let me use it. What's the
You already said it.
I did not.
All those Negro players.
Along with the Boston Celtics winning the championship, Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP, well deserved. The obvious two questions that's been going around all week has been: can this team repeat? And is this the beginning of a dynasty? I say no to both.
That's easy. No to both.
I'll say no to both. I think that if the Boston Celtics didn't do it this year, I don't know when they would have been able to do it.
I said that.
So I'm gonna say that I thought about playing a clip from Paul Pierce. He was talking about how everybody been talking about how Boston been having such a good, well, not a good run, but a easy run to the NBA Finals, and then they didn't play nobody when they went to the Finals. I still agree with that. Like that's still the narrative, and I think that if they'd have played the Nuggets, they'd have lost. If they'd have played, I think if they'd have played Minnesota, they still would have. They might have beat Minnesota, but I think it might have went 6 or 7. But them playing the Dallas Mavericks,
I don't think they beat Minnesota.
I
think out of all the teams that was in the West, Dallas was the sweetest one.
You're lying. You're crazy. Dallas owned Minnesota. Owned them. How can you say that?
I don't want to. I want to say owned.
For Boston,
4-1.
For Boston, that was the sweetest lick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'll say this. I'm not going to disagree with your take because you're entitled to your opinion. But I saw a meme. I shared it in the chat with y'all.
Yeah.
They said that Boston had the easiest pathway for the last 5 champions. And I 150% agree with that. I think the hardest pathway were the Lakers because it was the bubble. I mean, obviously, we clown about it being the bubble. But Boston had the easiest pathway the last 5 years. They didn't play no superstars. They didn't have to beat. They really didn't have to earn it. They went, what did they say, 16-2?
16-3.
16-3 this whole playoffs. It was easy for them. Now, we're not going to take away that they won a title, right? Jaylen Brown showed up. Tatum showed up every other game. Drew Holiday showed up. White lost a tooth and showed up. So it's still a title, but I don't have them repeating next year, nor do I have this as a dynasty. But one thing I do want to add that we can't overlook, the Boston Celtics are now the lone team holding the NBA record for most NBA titles in a franchise history with 18. They just surpassed the Los Angeles Lakers. So,
but that was the most boring finals I've ever.
I like the finals. I don't think it was boring. I think it was very fundamental.
It was boring.
It wasn't exciting. It wasn't energetic. It was just like two teams out there.
But I will say this:
it was almost like a regular season game.
Somebody said this: if the Dallas Mavericks would have took them to 7, I think it would have changed it. It would have changed the perspective how you look at it, because it was boring because the Boston Celtics won so dominantly. But if they would have lost, let's say they took this game to 7, this would have been a whole different. We've been having a whole different conversation. Who was that? I'm sorry. Who was it? In the NHL? In the NHL, this Canada team took. They lost 3 straight. They just won 3 straight, and then tomorrow's the championship game 7. Now, think about that. If that happened to the NBA Finals, we'd be having a totally different conversation. But do you think they can repeat?
No,
Kesey.
It depends on injuries.
You know how hard it is to repeat. We haven't had a repeat in 7 years.
Yeah, I know.
But it ain't that hard when it's injuries.
but teams get better.
This is the thing about Boston, to be honest with you. They'll have injuries does play a big thing, but they'll have the exact same team.
That'll be exact same team.
They'll have the exact same team, and this team is very, on paper, they should be at the finals.
And
they should be at the finals.
And they've given Brad Stevens, shout out to Brad, because we rode him for getting promoted after losing. They've given him the keys to the kingdom to build like a Golden State type of roster. They're going to offer Tatum $315 million 5-year extension. He'll make $63 million a year. Highest paid player in NBA history coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks. They're going to offer White a max deal for his range as well. So they're going to have a big tax bill. But at the end of the day, if you want to keep the team together to run it back, you gotta pay. Horford's coming back.
Everybody that's supposed to come back is coming back.
I do want to say this. I'm not a big fan of this guy, but if you're Marcus Smart, how you feeling right now, man? Because he gave his blood, sweat, and tears to the Boston Celtics. And remember, you called him Boston's heart and soul, the leader of that team. And he got traded, got injured, didn't play, man. But how are you feeling right now if you're Marcus Smart?
Oh.
I do, but my thing about that is you feel like any other team.
It stings.
Anytime,
not really.
To me, it doesn't sting just because
Wait,
time.
Time out. So y'all saying it doesn't sting? No. So it doesn't sting for Giannis and them to see Drew Holiday win a title after they trade him? Y'all don't think that stings?
No,
not really.
I think it's. I think that
only people who take stuff like that personal.
It's who?
Who? Me?
I don't take that personal. Niggas don't pay me. Now I just said it.
I mean, his
niggas don't pay me. I don't take that personal.
I don't think it's personal, but
I
do. I think that it feels good for Drew.
Our last repeat champion was 15-16 war.
17-18 Warriors.
17-18 Warriors, and then like you said.
But my thing about that is, I think that you after champion, yes, you feel some type of way. If you traded somebody, you like.
Y'all seen the look on old boy face when they showed him on TV?
Who?
Little goofy dude, little head case that's gonna get himself kicked out.
Grant
Williams.
Grant Williams was at the party.
Was at the party, but
Not the
look.
Party. I'm sorry, he was back
in the locker room.
In the locker room.
But if you see the look on his face,
that's what lames do. That's a lame.
What you mean?
He was at the party. He went to the locker room after they were celebrating like he was part of it. But the look on his face, he was like the dude against the wall that nobody wants to dance with. He was like the awkward dude there. He was like the awkward man.
It was awkward because why are you doing that?
Like, why are you even here? Why would you even put yourself through that?
Why was he there?
I don't know. We don't know him.
Did he get a ring?
No, he didn't play one day for Boston, so they don't even owe him one.
They traded him before the
They don't even owe him one.
So he was just back there to congratulate them. But it was a lame move.
Right.
To me, it was a lame move because we traded you for a reason. And the fact that you
showed up to our parade.
I don't know if he's at the parade.
Not the parade. Well, show up to our victory.
Show up to the locker room after the fact and all that stuff like that. It was kind of lame to me.
It was lame, and it also took the focus off of the team. Like, oh, here's a former Boston player here. How do you feel?
So, it's been 16 years since the Boston Celtics have won a championship. The last championship they won, they had Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Kendrick Perkins. Who would you go? Who would you think can be? Which team are you going for? The 2014 Celtics or the 2008 Celtics in a game 7? I mean, a 7-game series.
I'm going with the 2024 Celtics.
Really?
Yes, I am. Let's not forget.
And how many games?
I think it could be done in 6. Let's not forget that Kendrick Perkins wasn't a threat to nobody. Kevin Garnett was near the tail end of his career.
That was his prime.
He was near the end of his prime. I think he played 2 years more after that for maybe Brooklyn. Paul Pierce, to me, has always been overrated. Always. Ray Allen is Ray. Rondo was Rondo. Drew, it can hold his own. Derek White is playing probably if he wasn't a starter, he'd probably win a 6 man of the year. The difference with the above team might have a slight advantage because of height. This Boston Celtics roster here is a very small lineup in comparison. So with that being said, let me flip it. I'm gonna have to say 2008 because Boston doesn't play small ball well, and the 2018 was a very big lineup in comparison to 2024.
Kesey?
But I would cheer for 2024.
Of course you would. Kesey?
What?
Have you been listening
Which
at all?
team between the 2008 Boston Celtics and the 2024 Boston Celtics would
I already
you?
said
Who?
the 2008.
Okay. Why are you going 2008?
Dude, they got 3 Hall of Famers on there.
That's facts. Really 4.
Technically 4.
Really 4.
If you really
3 already got in.
3 is for
First
sure.
ballot.
Yeah. 4. I'm going 4. I'm going 2008 too. I think
That's a stupid question. Anybody who in their right mind should know that.
hey,
You don't think Kendrick Perkins is a Hall of Famer?
Kendrick Perk. No, I feel like
Kendrick who?
the difference would be Ray
Ron
Allen.
blocked
Ray
him on
Allen
social
is
media.
Ray Allen
Who?
is a
Ron blocked him on social. Unfollowed him on social.
Y'all would have too.
he wasn't lying what he said. Anyways,
Wasn't lying.
KG big ticket and would we kill in 2024 Boston by himself. Porzingis, if we're just going off this series, I mean off how these guys are playing right now, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce was a bucket back then, whether you like him or not.
He was a
He was a
bucket, but he
bucket.
was overrated. He wasn't even the best player on his team. He wasn't even the
Bucket.
second best player.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was not better than KG.
Paul Pierce was always either the first or the second best player on this team.
Okay, well, during that series, Ray Allen bailed him out a lot too. Come on, man. Come
But
on now.
He was a bucket.
But you also thought Paul Pierce was better than Dwayne Wade. So I
I didn't say, never said that.
I think you were the one
I
that
wasn't.
voted.
I
Are you
never
sure?
said
So
that.
it was unanimous 3-0?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll take it back.
Yeah, 2008. So I think I'm going 7. I'll go 7 just because Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown would be a matchup issue. But other than that, I don't think they would be able to hold Ray Allen and Paul Pierce. Yeah, so I'm going there. But now that the championship is over, the offseason has begun. Right away. Who's that? Piasco?
Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, Piasco Siakam.
Pascal Siakam.
Whatever. He signed a 4-year, $189.5 million contract with the Indiana Pacers. Good move.
Great move for him and the Pacers because he wouldn't have got that money nowhere else. And let's not forget, Indiana was without their star, and they were what?
What are you talking about?
Halliburton didn't play. Indiana
He
was
misplay. I think he played one game.
and the Indiana was a series away from the finals. Indiana was a series away from the finals.
They were.
So they have a good core over there. They have a pretty good coach. He got a nice big deal. Indiana will just get better, especially if they keep their young core together. I think it's a great move for both sides. Congratulations on securing the bag.
I low-key a little bit think that he got overpaid, but I know it's the NBA.
Right.
But I low-key think he got overpaid a little bit. 4 years, $189 million. I expect you to be average. And the thing about Siakam is I feel like he's overrated as a player, to be really honest with you. I don't feel like he's a guy who can hold the franchise together, because if that was the case, I think
he's not the leader. They didn't sign him to be the leader.
I don't even sign him to be the leader, but he has the most experience on that team, and I feel like you can't when Halliburton went down, he should have been averaging 30.
That's debatable.
30
so
to 25.
Dang near $45 million a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I feel like
bigs out there. Though,
I feel like
He's
feel
not
like
big.
he's a power
he's
forward.
a power forward.
Small power. He was playing. I think he's playing a 4. I think he's playing a 4. But my thing is, he's not a force, and so for you to get almost $200 million a year, you got to be a force. And I just feel like he took advantage of the market, because there's not the draft is. I mean, not the draft, but the rest of the free agents. There's not a lot of free agents out there that's like, ooh, I got to get this guy. So I think that's one of that thing to play the market. But I do think it's a good move for Indiana. Kesey?
Indiana better off taking a chance of going back after Paul George to get him come back home.
He's going to Philly. Come on.
He's not, but
Let's
continue.
not. Come on.
I'm just saying he was better
I
off.
see what you're saying.
He was better off. They were better off saying, Paul,
What
come
has
back.
Paul?
You got you a young point guard. We got.
Do you think they could have waited? Do you think they should have waited?
What has
I would've
Paul
waited.
George done to make Indiana want to go after him? Besides being injured half
he
the
does,
season,
he does more than Pascal.
They were a game. They were a series away from the finals. The Clippers got eliminated in the first round, and Paul George had zero impact. Zero impact. Stop it.
I don't want to say that.
I said it for you.
He didn't have zero impact. That's a little overstatement. He didn't have zero impact. I just feel like he's not a guy who can hold. Paul George is probably one of the best two-way players in the league. But is he, again,
A game changer.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But I feel like, you know what, Kesey's thinking of it? Maybe they should have waited. I don't think the market out there for Siakam wasn't like, I got to get this guy. It was like, all right, well, he's probably going to re-sign with Indiana. And then that was going to be it. It wasn't like his name wasn't out there amongst the other people.
But then again, if you wait too long and then somebody else pick him up, then
That's
you
true.
fresh out of luck because now you coming back with one less player. And Halliburton, we don't know what his injury really is.
That's true. I feel like
because it was the end of the season and you know they're not going to discuss it that much because they're going to try to play it out and see how it goes over the summer.
And then they're going to say somebody later at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
I've been dealing with this because we found out the coach for the Boston Celtics have been dealing with I forgot some injury.
A meniscus.
But yeah, meniscus tear or something like that. I'm like,
yeah.
All right, really?
Yeah.
You walked around the whole stadium after the championship game.
Ran around it.
He didn't run around. Him and his wife.
I'm sorry. In the parade, he ran in the parade.
He ran in the parade. I'm like, man, relax. Did
y'all know who Joe Mazzulla is though?
Yeah, I know
used to play ball, college ball.
He used to play.
He was okay.
Yeah,
he was just okay.
He was okay,
he
but
was part of Missouri team that put out
John Wall.
Was that John Wall in it? Yeah, he
DeMarcus
that
Cousins.
Kentucky team.
He put his foot in their neck.
Sure
That's what he did.
Yeah. So
I forgot about that, and then I was watching the clip the other day, and I seen it. I was like, "Dude, that's where I knew him from."
I didn't know that until I seen something. I heard something about that. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
You never
know who these people are.
I knew who he was, but
that.
I couldn't remember where I knew him from. And I never thought to research that he was the one who beat Kentucky that year.
Yeah. I mean, because he didn't make it to the league. I think he was in the G League.
Yeah.
And that was it. Malik Monk re-signed with the Sacramento Kings for a 4-year deal for $78 million a year. Now, this guy, he got underpaid. Talk about Siakam getting overpaid. He got underpaid. I'm thinking he $100 million man for sure. So for him to sign 4 years, $78 million, that's kind of crazy to me. That's like 19.5 a year.
I think he
got what 4 year what
4 years, $78 million.
I think he did good.
I
think he did good by not overestimating his value.
That's about right for him.
I think he signed it because he wanted to stay in Sacramento.
No, I think he signed it because that's
his market.
That's life-changing money.
His market is $78 million.
Monk is not a $25-30 million a year player.
He's at least $100 million.
He's not.
No,
he's not.
$25 million a year.
He's not.
25 a year.
He's 20.
25 a year.
He's not.
He's in that 18 to 20 range.
I think y'all just. That's. Yeah, I did. I seen that. That's that. You saying he get underpaid?
Who was that?
Crystal.
Huh?
It's a young lady who loves watching you guys pod.
Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate
Shout out
that.
to Crystal.
I think she said she was the one who said she liked my hoodie. That's where I got it from.
Yeah,
but
the support Black.
I don't know why, but anyways.
You is on some haters. No, but you saying he don't deserve 4 years, $100 million?
No.
Nope. Draymond Green got 4 years, $100 million.
4 titles later.
I'm sorry.
Defensive Player of the Year 3 times later.
What does
the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors?
Hold on. You tell me the Golden State Warriors can't continue without him?
Oh,
exactly.
They'll be terrible.
They'll be
without him.
what?
They'd be
They'll
bad
be
without him.
perfectly fine.
He's the best
They'll be
defensive
perfectly
presence on that
fine.
team. Stop
He's
it.
a distraction.
Stop it.
And he shouldn't have got paid.
He's all of those things, but he's still the best offensive player on that team.
Well,
Stop it.
I just
And he has a high basketball.
You know what?
He also has a
I'm
high
not-
basketball IQ, which
I'm
allows
not-
him to see
He
the
okay.
game at a different perspective.
He'll be an assistant
Malik-
coach when it's all
what
said
does
and done.
Malik have?
Malik Monk is number one. This much away from starting. That's number one. Number two, he is the reason why they be beating teams when they beat teams. He's the reason why they lost in the play-in tournament this year because he didn't play.
No,
4 years and 78 million.
no,
Nah, I get it.
That's right.
19.5. That's pretty good.
that's decent. That's what he need. That's his bracket. 20 million.
I'm taking Malik Monk over Draymond Green every single time.
They play two different positions though.
They do play two different positions. But if I'm gonna have somebody come off the bench, or if I'm gonna have somebody that's part of my team, it's not gonna be Draymond Green. It's gonna be Malik Monk.
Really?
Yes, every time.
Malik who?
Don't do that. You know what it is, Kesey.
You said it right. Malik who? Monk is
Talking about some Draymond Green. If Draymond Green, every time Draymond Green signs a contract, he should call Steph. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
How dare you? Just because he's crazy doesn't mean he didn't contribute to that.
I didn't say he didn't
basketball
contribute, but I'm saying
dynasty.
that
Let's
the
not do
Boston,
that. Don't
the Golden State Warriors would
in
be
your own words,
would
don't
be
do that.
perfectly fine
Don't
without
do that.
Draymond Green.
Okay, and you don't believe
They'd be perfectly fine
You
without
don't
him.
believe that.
So he averaged 15, 2, and 5.
Malik Monk,
That's
and you
about-
want to give him
that's like
25 to 30
19
million
I'm
dollars
sorry,
a year.
he's a 6-man, 66 man.
Yeah,
He
well,
gonna be
because-
a six-man on anybody roster though.
Yeah.
Tell me any
so
roster.
you want to pay him $30 million because he's a 6-man.
That's
Bobby
25.
Portis don't get 25 million.
25.
Bobby Portis barely get 12. He ain't better than
Hey,
Bobby.
Hold on a second.
He ain't better than Bobby.
He is. He's better than Bobby.
Okay.
His stats are better than Bobby's.
Okay.
Not really.
You said 15, right?
Bobby's a walking double-double.
Is he?
What is Bobby
Yes.
stats?
No, he's not.
What
Bobby
about-
is 12 and 7. 12 and 7.
And he's 15 and 5. It's about balanced out.
Okay, that was good. Y'all gotta be kidding me right now. All right, that's fine. The Chicago Bulls traded Alex Caruso to the OKC Thunder for Josh Giddey. I thought this was a horrible trade for the for the Chicago Bulls.
I didn't quite get that. Are they rebuilding?
All right, so apparently a couple things happened here. Josh Giddey was, if you notice watching during the playoffs, he was starting at the beginning of the season, and towards the end of the season, right when that scandal happened, he got dropped. He got dropped from the starting lineup, and then he was coming off the bench for the playoffs, like the whole playoffs.
Didn't it come out that the people were lying on him?
Not that people were relying on him. It was proven. The NBA did an investigation and they just let it go.
Well, they
But
said
that
no,
girl-
don't just say that, because letting it go means you are insinuating that he did something. The results were they could not find any proof or credible sources that he did what he was accused of. Don't do that.
What do you do?
I don't know what I don't remember, but I just know that
He was dating someone under 18.
allegedly, right?
He was dating somebody under 17.
Was it ever proven?
It was proven this they were together, but they weren't, like, the parents dropped it. The parents dropped it.
Oh, so somebody got paid.
Okay. All right.
little money talk.
Like I said before, they
We all mad
investigated.
until the check clears, huh?
They
Right,
investigated.
Keith Sherby? Everybody mad until the
It
check
dropped.
clears.
They
Hit that
investigated and dropped.
account.
Tone, I'm a little upset at the conditions here. I'm taking you to court. How much you want to settle for?
Black people be like, I'll just catch you outside. Black people be like, I'll just catch you outside. You gonna sue me? I'm gonna give you something to sue about. Black people like I will catch you outside. I'm gonna give you something to sue about.
Turn around and say, wait a minute.
We can settle all out of court right now for $20.
I'm gonna catch you outside. I'm gonna give you something to sue about. But yeah, so they dropped the suit. But I thought this trade was very lopsided.
It was time for him to go.
It was
Caruso?
so he didn't want to come off the bench. They was like, hey,
Caruso?
no.
Giddy?
Giddy was like, OKC was like, we want to keep you on the roster, but you're coming off the bench. He was like, no, I ain't feeling that. And so they traded him.
the Chicago Bulls, if you notice, OKC has a lot of picks for the next several years.
That's
So
how
they was
start
like,
their team.
we don't want no picks. Just give us Alex Caruso. And I
I
think
actually
Carrillo,
like him with the young core up there in OKC.
Yes, this was a winner for OKC automatically. This is a great trade for OKC. But for Chicago, I thought this is a horrible trade.
It get them some playoff experience, and it gives Chicago a young player,
and it gets them some like a defensive presence in the backcourt.
And it clear up some of that salary they got over there.
OKC so masterful with this. They already talking about signing him to an extension, like 4 years, $80 million.
As he should. He's one of the best defensive players in the game.
So Caruso can get $80 million for 4 years, and it's okay. And Malik Monk should get more than Caruso.
Do you want to look up Caruso numbers?
I'm gonna take Monk over Caruso, PC. The only thing that Caruso has going for him is defense. Remember, you don't have him for scoring.
He does score.
He does not score that much, Kesey. No, he does not. He is really known for defense.
That's all he's known for. I don't want to. Yeah, Alex Caruso.
He averaged 10, 3, and 3.
All right, there you go. That answers your question. I don't know why you don't like Malik Monk, but
I ain't saying I didn't like Malik, but I'm saying he's not worth more than 20. He's a $20 million man. That's why he signed the contract. If he was worth more, he wouldn't have signed it. He'd have went elsewhere.
I think he signed it because he wanted to stay in Sacramento.
I mean, not nobody wants to stay in Sacramento. You know how expensive it is to live in Sacramento? That $20 million is like 11. And after taxes, it's probably like 6.
Jesus. Yeah, Alex, after this was a horrible trade for Chicago. I don't know what they're doing over there. But you know, they I heard they like to stay mediocre, right at the cusp of things.
Well, what makes me excited about the trade of Caruso, I think the Bulls are getting ready to enter their rebuilding phase because all rumors are pointing to the DeMar DeRozan exit. If somebody wants to pick him up and they will give up the kitchen sink, DeMar DeRozan will not start the season in a Chicago Bulls uniform.
I can see that. I can see that happening. I don't know. I think his market isn't as clear as he would like it to be. But speaking of DeMar DeRozan and other free agents, I'm going to go over a list of names of free agents, and I want you to tell me where do you think this person is going to go. Let's start it off with LeBron James.
Well, common sense now that he got JJ, he's going to re-sign with the Lakers, and it's going to be probably a 2-year, $140 million deal. He's probably going to get $60 million a year because he's taking discounts for the Lakers since he won that title with them. He's taking discounts every year.
He's taking like $50 million a year.
Recently, he has his first couple contracts.
His last contract was 50.
Recently, but he's probably going to get $60 million a year, if not 65. And they're going to draft Lil Bronny. When I tell you this, as much as I
told you.
Can I finish?
I told you. Told you.
Well, I blame the college coach for not taking the job because this wouldn't have happened.
He did a smart thing. He did the right thing.
He did the right thing because LeBron's gonna. Yeah, let me stop.
No,
I am going to praise Rich Paul and LeBron James because they run the NBA like the mafia runs Vegas.
I don't want to say no. Don't do the mafia. They ain't strong arming nobody.
The heck they are. You know, if you don't think LeBron opting out was a strong arm, if you don't think,
hold on, time out.
Let me finish.
Hold on a second. You the main one. LeBron might go to Golden State
until they signed JJ. I thought that Golden State and Dallas had real shots.
All right.
But if now that they've signed JJ, it's almost guaranteed that they're going to pick Bron.
So is JJ a part of Clutch Sports too?
No.
So then I don't see LeBron possibly staying the whole time.
You don't think he's going to resign with the Lakers?
I'm not 100% sure that now.
Where do you see LeBron James going there?
You think Dallas are going to stay?
I think they go back to Cleveland.
Are you on crack? I'm sorry.
Ron wants to win one more, Kesey, before it's all said and done.
At the end of the day, which one you think is more important? Winning one more or playing with Bronny?
I think for him, winning one more.
I think playing with Bronny.
Go to Dallas and do it.
Well, number one, Bronny only tried out for 3 teams. Other teams, he won't even talk to them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how
I don't like the way they're doing with Bronny.
This. The fact that the NBA hasn't hit LeBron and Rich Paul with a tampering charge is beyond me. But this is tampering 101.
Anybody saying nothing? Ain't nobody said nothing. So I'm going with LA. I think he's staying with LA. You think?
Just think
Where
though.
you think he's going back to Cleveland?
I'm just looking at the top picks.
The top picks for what?
I think Bronny can go. I mean, any team can lure in LeBron right now.
Any team.
That's where I'm at with it right now.
And I think it's a package deal.
I think that's why Bron opted out.
I think Bron.
But nobody can pay him more than the Lakers.
He's a free agent, unrestricted.
He's a free agent, but the Lakers can still.
He's unrestricted.
That's true.
Listen, even at the end of the day,
I would like to see him with Dallas.
he is a billionaire. That money he make this year is just going to pay the taxes on the money he make off of everything else.
So, according to a most recent poll by Sports Grid, the top 5 landing places for LeBron. Number 5, the Golden State Warriors. Like I've said before.
It's not gonna happen.
Number 4, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Got me over here bugging out too. I'm over here.
That's why I want to be settled out of court, man. All these mosquitoes attacking me down here. Number 3, the new lawsuits coming. Number 3, the New York Knicks.
That's not happening.
Number 2, the Miami Heat.
That's not happening.
And number 1, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
So look at it like this.
Those are the top 5 landing spots.
What do you think LeBron James is going? Keith?
Miami
You're holding this up.
Miami has 15. The Lakers have 17. Do you think Pat Riley and them is
15 what?
Pick?
Oh.
So Miami got the 15 pick and the Lakers got the 17th pick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Pat Riley is spiteful enough to draft Bronny at 15 just to lure Bron back there?
No.
Because remember, Bron left him.
Yeah, that's
and they wanted him to stay. They offered him everything to stay.
Pat Riley will he don't care about all-star. He don't care about no superstar. He don't care about none of that stuff. Will he draft Bronny to be spiteful? Doubt it.
That's a high pick to waste on Bronny, bro. I'm sorry.
But just think of pairing Bron with Jimmy.
I heard Jimmy's on the market too, bro. I heard that Miami's thinking about entertaining deals for Jimmy.
The only 2 teams. Here's the thing. Bronny tried out for 2 teams. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. LeBron's not going to Phoenix.
But the other teams came there.
What do you mean they came? They came to see him at the NBA Combine. I'm saying like he
Combine,
whatever.
Combine.
This is ain't a shootout.
I know, right? Are you trying to tell us something?
My thing is, he only tried out for those teams, and I think it's like 2 other teams. But he let everybody know.
Wait. And he said he would not be signing the 2-way deal.
Yeah, so he only signed a guaranteed. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me with this. So I think it might have been Dallas. But my thing is, that's what we playing for.
So what happens if the Lakers don't draft him at 17? Then what happens?
He's gonna wait for the second round.
I think LeBron is he gonna hit them in their pockets.
Well, that and he's gonna go back to college.
No, maybe.
Because the Lakers' next pick ain't to 55.
Yeah, and you think Bronny,
17
Bronny
to 50,
would still be sitting there?
17 to 55 is a lot.
Bronny would still
not
be
in this, not in this draft class.
Bronny would still be
not in this draft class.
You think Bronny was going? Bronny going top 25?
In this draft class, he's going top 20.
What?
Oh, yeah,
lucky to get second round.
They need those 2.2 points a game.
In this draft class, he's going top 20.
He's going second round.
In this draft class, he's going top 20.
He's going second round.
Bet.
All right.
Put your money where your mouth is.
We'll see next week.
I guarantee you go first round.
Draft's not next week, is it?
Draft is this week. It's Wednesday and Thursday.
Already?
Yep.
Paul. Oh yeah, Summer League. I can't wait to go to Summer League to see Bronny play.
Phoenix got number 22. You think?
No. Well, Phoenix has nothing.
But LeBron won't go there.
How you know?
Why would he go there?
It's close to LA. It's close to Vegas. And I mean real close.
Why would I go to an organization that is horrible Their roster is horrible.
That means
LeBron saving your roster. Them days is over. They over.
Yo, shout out to Angel Reese, 25 points, 16 rebounds.
Paul
better win Rookie of the Year.
The next she won't. The next free agent is Paul George.
She definitely won't.
I know
the next free agent is Paul.
Her
George.
numbers are better than the other one.
They're not.
They are.
They're not.
Her numbers are great.
Her numbers are good, but they're not better than Caitlin Clark.
They're not better than Caitlin's.
No.
Okay.
What are Caitlin numbers? Spit them out.
I don't know,
Mister. I know they're not better than
she's been putting up double numbers.
The next free agent is Paul George.
Oh, so you don't like the WNBA?
I do like the WNBA.
Paul George is heading to the Philadelphia 76ers, the worst kept secret in America.
How you figure that?
Did you see the tampering that Joel Embiid and Paul Pierce did and Paul George did during the finals?
Nah, it wasn't
that
tampering.
was tampering.
I didn't see it. What was it?
Oh, it was
so during the finals. Joel Embiid, they asked him about his team. Obviously, he was like,
"Wait, tell the whole story." Joel Embiid and Paul George were together on the inside.
They were on the panel.
Inside
and they asked Joel Embiid about his team. He was talking about we just need one missing piece. He looked over,
and Paul George made
and that was it.
Paul George made the smirk. Paul George made the
smirk. And Paul George caught it. He was just like,
he said, "I got you."
He just said,
I got you."
That's it.
He ain't going to no Philly.
I got him in Philly.
You got him in Philly. What you got him going? I got him staying in L.A.
He going back to L.A.
The Clippers or the Lakers?
No, Clippers.
I don't know though, but I think this summer might shake up somebody.
I don't think it's gonna be him. I can see a shakeup, but it's not gonna be him.
Who do you see shaking up then?
I think New York is gonna pick up somebody that's gonna make a phenomenal change. If they smart, they'll trade.
You think LeBron will go to New York and play in the?
He hate the owner.
Do he?
Yeah.
But New York's a terrible franchise. Why would he go there? And it's expensive to live, and it's cold.
He lives in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but Los Angeles and New York living are different because it's the coast, it's California, it's the sun, it's summer year round. New York is really, really cold,
but
and
New
they have
York
rats.
is the media capital of the world.
Not where he gonna stay.
LA is the freaking. It's Hollywood. What are you talking about?
Not where he's saying that it ain't gonna be no rats.
Yeah,
you don't pick New York over no freaking LA.
You'd be
basketball mecca, the mecca of basketball, I should say.
Yeah, but he's already played with the Lakers, playing with New York. That means he has to go. Listen, LeBron is only going somewhere where he can continue to build off a legacy. Him going to a new team does nothing for him other than him saying he played for a team that he can play with Bronny. If he stays with the Lakers, he can continue to break records or add to them.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes back to Cleveland, he can continue to build from records that he already holds. Mm-hmm. If he goes to Miami, he can continue to add to records.
The team records.
I'm saying, but he can become the all-time leading scorer in this place. He can add more to it, is what I'm saying. He gains nothing by going to a team that he hasn't been to yet, unless he wants to ride out to win. Listen, let me finish.
Go ahead.
The only way LeBron goes to a team that's not the Lakers is a team that can guarantee him a title. And since it ain't going to be Golden State or maybe Dallas, LeBron is going back to the Lakers.
Number one.
How did we even get back to him? He's freaking talking about Paul Pierce or Paul George.
Paul George.
Goodness gracious,
Don't say Paul. I didn't even say anything.
Man, Jesus, he just went on a rant there for no reason, Stephen.
I wasn't even the one who brought it up.
What I was going to say was, if he went to New York, be honest with you, they'll be in the finals, and the East is wide open. You think they wouldn't go to the championship?
The East is not wide open. The Boston Celtics have a clamp on the East.
Wide open.
Boston
no, it's not.
Boston's sweet, man. They call the luck.
They
call the luck of the roll of the dice.
Is wide open. If LeBron James went to New York, first of all, we would get sick of Tone because he'd be here with his LeBron James jersey.
Oh, you coming back to New York if he go back, Tone?
He'll be here. We'll be all right, Tone.
Every time he come here, he'll have something Nick on.
New York jersey on. Hat.
So Kate. Yeah, you know how he likes the bandwagon.
That'll be the missing piece I would need to get back to the glory days.
Yeah, it would be no. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. That would be him here. If he went to Dallas, there's no telling what's gonna happen there. But him, New York, butter.
Okay. Real
New
quick.
York makes sense.
It don't make sense. You
it
just
do.
like it because it sound good.
It makes sense.
Angel Reese, 12.4 points per game, 10.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists,
Really?
1.9
Right now?
steals. So she's averaging a double-double.
She
And
just
then,
had 7 straight games of double doubles.
and then Zeke is right. We got to give him his flowers. But now she's only beating Caitlin Clark in points and let's see here. Caitlin Clark is only beating her in points and assists. Caitlin Clark is 16.4 points.
They play 2 different positions.
But still, it don't matter. You said her numbers are way better.
Caitlin
I
Clark
said
plays on
they're
the
better. I
Caitlin
just
Clark
said they're
plays on
better.
the worst team in the NBA.
So
I mean, the
does,
WNBA.
what's it called?
Chicago not doing great either, bro.
They've been losing too.
They got
They
the
are
top
not.
10 pick.
They got the top 10.
Both
pick.
of these teams have top 10
Well,
picks.
shout out to both women for holding it down in NBA. WNBA.
They've been losing a lot of games this year.
They have.
Yeah.
They're at the bottom.
I
both.
actually watched WNBA.
No, you
They-
don't.
That's
Stop
why
the
they're
cap.
saying she didn't make
All these games on
Olympics.
TV now.
Yeah, they are on TV. And you can get the league pass for $35 next free agent.
But yeah, Paul George. To me, interesting. It's very interesting to me because I heard this is what word on the street is.
Stephen B.
Paul
called you?
George. He did. Paul George. Philadelphia's not interested in Paul George anymore. I don't know what they're gonna do, but the thing I just seen today was Paul George.
When does free agency start? Is it July 1st?
No, it starts now.
But players are eligible to sign July 1st.
Right now.
They can't sign right now.
This
Zeke.
is a new year. I mean, this is a new rule this year where players can sign right after the NBA Finals ended. So when the NBA Finals ended, Siakam got signed the next day.
That day he was offered.
He was signed. Do you want us to silence while you look this up?
Yeah, I'm not
Go ahead
saying
and
you're
look it up.
wrong, but that's never been the case.
This is a new rule.
Siakam wasn't a free agent. He was extended, first of all.
Okay.
June 30th, each NBA team may begin negotiating with free agents.
When
Say
is that
you're
article?
right, Dre.
When is
Say
the
you're
article?
right.
When is the article printed?
Say you're right.
When was the article
Say
printed?
you're right.
When was the article printed?
Say you're right.
When was
and
the
I'll tell
article?
you.
I'm not going to tell you that until the article.
July 6th, each NBA team may begin signing free agents as of 12/01. Updated on June 4th, 2024 from the NBA.com.
Jesus Christ.
Say you're right, Dre.
Uh,
Qualifying offers. Players can submit qualifying offers on June 29th and the last game of NBA Finals. They can submit qualifying offers, but those are restricted free agents. They still can't sign, as I said. They can be extended qualifying offers.
I don't have time to be going back and forth. You're right, Dre.
Thank you, Isaiah.
No problem.
Really?
The
The 94 feet podcast, y'all.
The next free agent is James Harden. I think this is another one where he stays in LA.
I don't know, man. He's so wishy-washy, man. I can see him maybe Houston. Maybe Houston. But here's the thing. What's the market for him? Who wants him? Who has he been linked to?
I think the thing
Maybe
about
New
him.
York? Maybe New York?
No.
I got him re-signing, or I got him taking his talents back to Houston. No state taxes, bro. Listen. And they got his
I hate when people talk about state taxes when you're talking about millionaires.
millionaires.
Because-
That's the reason why millionaires love that kind of stuff, by the
But
way.
they've been paying these high taxes their whole life. Well, I ain't gonna say whole life, since they've been making millions. People like James Harden, that does not affect him.
I get it, but they got his favorite wing spot, Kesey said.
Who, Wing Lou?
You see where you got Jay Hard going?
Hey, man, I heard them wings fire, though. I cannot wait to take a trip to the ATL. I am definitely going to stop and get me some wangs from Wang Lou's favorite spot.
Where's James Harden going, Kesey?
He's staying in the Clippers because nobody else want that mess.
That's what I said. Don't nobody else want that clown. But I can see him going back to Houston if it's open. Who you got him going to see?
I got him staying in LA.
All right.
Like I said, I think he doesn't go anywhere. I think the market isn't really there for him. I think he did pretty good in LA, and he's from LA, just like Paul George. That's why I think both of them are gonna stay there. OG Wananobi. Ananobi? OG. He was in New York. He's a free agent. I think he goes back to New York for a nice little pretty penny.
I think he'll overestimate his value, and I don't think New York will actually offer him anything. I think he'll want too much money, and he'll end up signing somewhere else as a role player for a lot less money than New York will offer him. There's always one that overestimates his value, and I believe that he is one of those.
Casey?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure? Why not? Why you not sure?
What do you got?
I have him staying in New York. I think New York's going to offer him a pretty penny, because if New York, if he plays in that Indiana series, it changes it, and I think that's why he was trying to play that last game 7. So I'm going with him. That's on him going to stay to New York. I mean,
you got him going to New York.
I mean, got him staying with New York. He was with New York this past season. Like, he ended the season. He got traded at the break. Not that break. He got traded.
He don't get hurt. I agree. New York wins that series.
Yeah, New York wins that series.
I totally agree. New York wins that series if he doesn't get hurt. But is it worth it? Because he came in injured.
I mean, when you say worth it, okay, I guess the question is this then. Let's say he does sign with. Well, let me say this. What is his value?
He's about a $15 to $19 million a year player, and that's overestimated.
He's still in that Malik Monk bracket.
Mm-hmm.
That 20
under 100,
just under 100.
So you saying 4? Oh, you saying just under? You talking about per year?
Yeah.
So what you talking about? What
20,
18
to 22 in that bracket?
I give you that.
That's what I see. That's 18, what I see.
I see 18, 22 a year.
18 to 20.
18. Let's go.
But do New York want to put that on their books of somebody who came in hurt, ended up hurt, and probably going to be hurt coming into the season?
So you talking about 88, 4 years, 88.
I say 4 years. I think that's a lot for him. I say more like.
No, I say 4 years.
I say 4 years, 60 to 68. $15 million a year is what they'll give him. You gotta remember,
you are the worst NBA
no, you have
owner.
to listen. Jalen Brunson took a restructured deal so they can continue to add talent to the team. They're not going to pay him all. They're not going to pay OG all that kind of money, especially if they have a chance of landing a
you're talking
big free agent.
This is what I'll say to that, because people like OG, and one time I asked on Twitter why everybody can be going cold crazy for OG. Apparently, he plays both sides of the court. He goes hard, which I seen in the playoffs. So I wasn't 100% on him, but I get it. 17 a year. I want to go 9. Let's see. Malik Monk got 19.5.
You will never control the budget in any of my companies.
20. I go 20 a year. Let's go 4.
So what you want to give him a Pascal Siakam deal?
I'm gonna be like Senator Cole, signing all.
Now, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm going 88. I'm going 88 4 years. That's 22.
Money.
That's 22. He's a starter. He plays both sides of the court. And like I said, if you're gonna be paid 20 plus a million, you gotta be a difference maker. He's a difference maker. But he's a difference maker.
But he scored less than Caruso.
He did. I didn't say his stats said it. I said he plays both ends of the court and he's a difference maker. You just said if he plays the New York series versus Indiana, they win that series. Did you not say that?
You said it because it sounded good.
Yeah, but like he ain't worth that money.
So what are you saying then? How much you giving him? 68 for 4 years is kind of wild.
I give him 4 years
for a starter.
4 years.
Well, that's $15 million a year.
Four
17.
I give him 4 years.
Okay.
77.
Bobby don't make
77?
that. Bobby don't make that.
Bobby don't make that because it's 19-2.
That's about right. 4 years, 77.
All right, I get that. All right. You said the 18, 22. Now Dre told us from 17.
Bro,
He's
what
cheap.
has he done? What has he done that's so great for the Knicks?
Here's my thing.
What difference has he made even when he played for the Knicks? He is no different than a player like a Jay Crowder. He's like a Jay Crowder for the Knicks. No. Maybe he's here, maybe he's not. I'm 19 to 20 million a year. You're insane.
He's a starter. He plays both sides of the
You
court.
all right?
Just because he ain't averaging 20.
Oh, the mic started going back. I don't know what happened.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. I thought you was over there.
I thought you was right. Fuck.
I thought that was
It is.
it
empty.
ain't soda.
It is empty. It is a big goal.
Look at
DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is a free agent. I think he stays in Chicago.
No. DeMar wants to win a title.
His title window is over.
I don't think it's over. I think DeMar.
You know what? No, let me stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He stays in Chicago unless PG signs. If PG signs somewhere else, he's going to the Clippers. If
He is going to LA.
He's going back to Chicago.
He's going to LA. Either
This
the
isn't his
Lakers,
first time being in free agency.
Either the Lakers or the Clippers,
Lakers won't sign. Lakers won't sign.
or I'm gonna give you a wild card. The San Antonio Spurs.
He was already there.
And he wanted to stay, but they couldn't reach an agreement.
Uh-huh.
I got him going to the Spurs or the Lakers, but I don't think he stays with the Bulls. I think that's
the Lakers don't want DeRozan. They want Zach LaVine for some reason.
Don't nobody want Zach LaVine.
The Lakers do.
Well, remember Zach didn't want to go to Boston because they couldn't win a championship.
Probably a long time ago.
No, wasn't that just last year?
No, that wasn't last year. That was Philly.
Wow.
Where you got him going, Keezy? Did you already say?
DeMar DeRozan, he stays in Chicago and get paid.
I think he's staying in Chicago too. Nick Claxton.
Again, I don't think the market's going to be great for him. So
they saying he's a $100 million man.
Nick Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm.
God, I wish I was your height. I play basketball. Just give me 10 and sit on the bench. I give him 4 years, 70 to 75 million.
Where is he going? Where do you think he's going to go?
It's hard to say because he doesn't strike me as an attractive free agent.
I think he's going back to what's it called? I think he's going to stay in what's it called? Brooklyn. I think he's going to stay in Brooklyn. I think he's going to stay in Brooklyn just because. I mean, the question is what he's worth. I'm going with 75.
Listen to this, just released by the NBA. The Boston Celtics are one of the most dominant teams in NBA history. The Boston Celtics won their 18th title and did it in the most dominant seasons in NBA history. They held a 20-point lead in 50 of their 101 games. Only one other team has ever done that, and that is the 2017 cheat code Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant.
Now, did you say all of that because they said something about the Warriors?
Yeah. Definitely.
No, I'm just saying that because
Definitely.
y'all undermined Boston's title earlier, saying that
Did they not?
We said that easy pathway, but just to say the Boston's in it every year. They were in it last year. They were in it the year before last.
Yeah.
But both of you all said they don't have nothing coming next year, and I think that's bogus. Because y'all was singing Denver. Y'all got to put Denver in it. They just won the title. You got to respect the title to put them in it just from that sake.
If you talk about Jason Tatum and we talk about Jaylen Brown, hey, top in the league right now, top 10. But if you talk about their team, the path that they had to the NBA Finals, and we always say playoffs is different. From the season to the playoffs is different because you can have the best record in the league and lose to an 8 seed. Right. Especially if you talk about LeBron James and Golden State Warriors. You talk about these teams that's barely making the playoffs. They can beat a number 1 seed, a number 2 seed. So that's what that's where I'm coming from it. I don't think they'll do the same thing just because, like I said, I feel like the East is wide open. Like anybody can come out of the East. Not the Bucks, if they make some moves, we'll get there in a second. Klay Thompson. That's the one that everybody's really keeping an eye out.
So
he unfollowed Golden State.
Yep.
Golden State offered him a 2-year deal. I don't know how much for, but he wants a 3-year deal.
Tell the rest of the story. Golden State and Klay have not talked sense, and Golden State has no plans on re-engaging talks.
Did you
Klay
talk to
Thompson.
Steph when you?
No.
Steph
That I follow Woj. Like the NBA offseason, I pay more attention probably to the offseason than I
To
do
Golden
in
State Warriors?
season.
Awesome.
All of it, because Woj be dropping out. Woj has yet to be wrong on anything. Right? He is yet to be wrong on anything. So I have Klay. I think Klay wants to catch the bag. I think he does nothing to prove.
I don't think he wants to catch the bag. I think he just wants some longevity.
Catching the bag.
It's not catching a bag.
He's training in the Bahamas right now.
Which is weird.
I have him. Why he can't vacate? Just because he don't want to go to Galveston?
Why would you be training in the Bahamas?
Why not? He's rich. He's rich.
If Giannis can go hoop for Greece in the Olympics, he can go train in the Bahamas.
Thank you. At least he played for his team all year.
He from the Bahamas?
No.
No matter where you hoop at, as long as you keep hooping.
I mean, Dre really be going down for the Golden State Warriors. Boy, you can't train the Bahamas. All right, okay. Relax.
If I'm Klay Thompson and I'm a betting man, two places. Hold up. Casey, it's your turn next.
I didn't even.
Talking about the Warriors here. I see Orlando, and if LeBron resigns, I see the Los Angeles Lakers.
Los Angeles Lakers ain't re-signing nobody. That's number one. Number two, Kesey, you was right. You know,
Right about what?
nothing. Anyways, I see Golden State getting their mind right. They're gonna re-sign Klay.
I don't know, man.
You can't have they know in order to
If
have
they keep
Steph,
Klay, they got to get rid of
in
Wiggins.
order to
If they keep Klay, they got to get rid of Wiggins.
No.
Yeah, they do.
you
They
have
can't afford it.
to keep this team somewhat competitive. You need all three:
Steph needs help.
Steph, Klay, Draymond. And the fact that they
Wiggins.
signed Draymond Green to a 4-year, $100 million deal, and y'all hesitating on Klay, look, I get it. He had a rough 3-4 seasons. But what the is going on here?
3 or 4.
Orlando's
How many seasons?
3 or 4.
They ain't had that many rough seasons.
He was out one completely. He missed another half
He
one.
played 17, 18.
And he hasn't
He
been
played the
right.
year they won the title
The
in
last
22.
4
It was
years.
20 you're
The
lying.
last
It was
4
22
years.
and 23. It was 23 and 24.
The
'Cause
last
he played
4
when they
years.
won the title in 22.
Did he play good?
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He helped them win the title. He helped them win the title.
He know his team.
I know you know.
You heard? You
F y'all.
You
man.
see how raspy his voice?
what?
You see how raspy his voice got?
F y'all, man.
You know, this the thing. You know how you know this team. But the reason why Golden State has been successful when they won it last year was because of Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. That's why they got paid like they got paid.
They were contributors.
They were heavy contributors.
And what is Poole doing now?
We all knew that was going to happen. But the point is, Klay, don't sign no Draymond Green and not sign Klay. Give him the 3 years. He ain't even try at this point in Klay's career. He's not even trying to catch a big bag like that. He's like, I just want to be here for longevity, and I understand that.
But here's the thing: if I'm
And
the
y'all
Warriors,
just sound this clown for $100 million.
if I'm the Warriors, I'll re-sign him and I'll use him as trade bait.
That's why you ain't a GM. Jesus Christ.
That's why I'm what?
Not a GM.
Well,
The
I
worst.
couldn't because you would have spent all my money.
Because you were going there. Hey, yeah, we good. Mr. Douglas, are we good? Yeah, we good. Trade him.
No, that's your boy from Philly. What's his name?
Exactly. You'd be sitting right there with him.
Mm-mm.
Or you would pull a player in. So what have you done to earn this?
Don't you get reviews at work? Keisha, don't you get reviews at work before you get a raise?
No.
Well,
I don't get caught. If we do, we'll get a low ball.
y'all work for the state, so yeah, we do. Listen, we all do.
Christ.
We all
Here
do.
go with this, man. I think
That's what players do.
I think-
Hold up, because you made a statement that's completely not true. All NBA teams have exit interviews when they are eliminated from the playoffs or they don't make it to the
They don't
playoffs.
have with each player.
Yes, it
They
does.
don't.
Yes, it does.
Right.
Yeah.
Every player is not pulled in.
Every
to
player
NBA
does an
office.
exit interview because
Every player is not pulled into the office and find out, hey, let's do a review on you. Some people found that they got
no exit interviews. I'm just saying. They don't
Drew Holiday found out he got traded through you. Hey, you didn't know he got traded? What you mean?
He actually got traded during the night.
Exactly. GM didn't call him.
And then wait a minute, and then he got traded at church in worship.
He didn't get called.
But his agent told him.
They probably have a meeting with him.
Shout out to Drew Holiday for winning that title.
We're not shouting you out, Drew.
I'm shouting you out.
You gonna shout out Drew?
Thank you, Tone.
I'm not gonna shout out Drew.
Tone.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Drew Holiday. Shout out to Holiday for being a great man of faith, first and foremost, for everything he did in Milwaukee, him and his wife in the Milwaukee community, everything they're doing in Boston. Okay,
Hey,
listen,
we did that at the beginning of the season.
Listen,
we did it.
Drew Holiday.
Drew know it's all love, but we are competitive here.
Two-way players to ever play this game.
You know what?
And he is missed tremendously in Milwaukee.
I'm glad you feel like that.
He is missed tremendously in Milwaukee.
And it's all love, Drew. But I'll say at the
first player in NBA history to be.
At the end of the day,
first player. Let me finish before you do it. Can I finish?
Go ahead.
He's the first player in NBA history to be traded and win a title with the same team he's traded to.
It's
first
the best.
player.
It's the best thing in
the first year.
I'm not. Whatever. I'm not even gonna go.
And he got the bag again. He was gonna retire. I want to retire in Milwaukee. I think I got another year or two, and then they traded him.
You know, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not even gonna do this because I literally said last year. I literally said, "Hey, y'all, do you think we get nope? You think we gave on Drew too? No,
we didn't. But he still.
No, we did, but it's neither here nor there." Other things that happened in the NBA this past week was the Detroit Pistons fired Monty Williams after 1 year, leaving 5 years, $65 million plus on his contract.
And it's guaranteed money.
It's guaranteed money.
What a terrible franchise the Detroit
Do you
Pistons
think Detroit did the right thing? I don't think they did the right thing, to be honest with you.
Well, to be frank, Monty Williams was an overrated coach in the first place.
What
has he done?
No, I think
what has he done?
Monty Williams always catches the short end of the stick.
He took Phoenix.
He took
Phoenix to the finals.
Okay, he caught Phoenix
one time.
Okay, he caught Phoenix
one time.
He got the L
with a team full of stars.
Okay, did he trade them? No, they picked the stars over him.
They picked the stars
over him.
Hold up. They traded for Chris Paul.
They traded for Chris Paul over him.
I'm just saying they had a roster. They should have won.
Okay, so they didn't win it this year. You run it back again. If you look at that Phoenix team, they were stacked.
Why do you think the Lakers didn't go after him? Because like Doc Rivers, Monty Williams, as nice as he is. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say this because I love my people. Black coaches are heavily scrutinized in the NBA more than white coaches.
That's all.
They
NBA,
don't get
NFL.
as many chances as white coaches. But Monty Williams, overrated.
Let me just
overrated.
Say this real quick.
And hold up. You have to also remember, Detroit signed him at a time where they offered him and his new wife, I believe, health insurance, or his then wife health insurance, or something like that. And they took good care of him, bringing him in. His team was listen, let me finish.
Go ahead.
And what NBA or NFL has the team with the worst record? What coach ever survived, whether black, white, green, blue, or orange?
Charlotte Hornets.
Who?
Charlotte Hornets.
They didn't have the worst record. They didn't, but the worst record was almost 30 wins. They were in play-in. Detroit was the worst team in the league. They won 13 games.
Did you see their roster? Name one person.
He took the job.
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 What does that mean? If you offer me a bag, am I going to take it? I don't want the bag because you guys are horrible.
He took the job.
I don't want the job because your team is horrible.
He took the job.
My thing is this. You can't blame what we play. We play 60-40. Coaching is 40, players is 60.
But you agree, time out. But you agree with the firing of Adrian Griffin, though. But you agree with that.
He lost the locker room.
But he was still the number one team when they fired him.
He lost the locker room. Did he not lose the locker room? How am I contradicting myself? You have a team full of all-stars. You have You have a solid team. You have two all-stars. You have two of the greatest players of all time. You have also top 75, but you also have a solid team who's a top 5 team. Detroit not even a top 5 team in the
Everybody
NCAA.
On camera, look at Kesey. That's his response to how Zeke is acting. Let me turn this camera a bit. Is this the camera right here or is it that one right there? Do it again, Kesey. Do it again. Show America how you feel about that goofy response.
How's that a goofy response?
Because it's goofy.
How's that goofy?
Because
this team is horrible.
But he's overrated as a coach.
How is he overrated?
He's never done anything.
How is he
Listen,
overrated when he
besides
never got the
taking-
opportunity?
Hey,
Besides
if you're talking
taking-
about somebody overrated, he's never got the opportunity.
At the-
Phoenix chose not even a superstar, a player they thought was going to be better. He got fired. They traded him 2 months later. If Monty Williams is on Phoenix with that same roster, guess what? They'd probably make it back to the NBA Finals.
He's made it to the finals once. He's before then he had never been out of the first round. He is an overrated coach, and it's okay to say that.
So they made it to the finals because of Chris Paul and his court vision and his basketball IQ.
Okay.
That's how they got there. It wasn't Monty. And at the end of the day, like you said, Monty went over to Detroit with a bunch of nothing. And they expected him they wanted him to, turn water into wine.
And he ain't Jesus. So are you saying, okay, I just want to know this question.
It is possible to turn water into wine.
So
I tried it.
Here's my thing. So are you saying he deserved to get fired?
Yes.
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 At that type of money they offered him, he
didn't want to go.
But he went.
No, he was supposed to stay. He was like, I'm gonna stay away from coaching for a year. I just want to dedicate my time to my ailing wife. That's what he's supposed to do. But they was like, we got the bag for you. Who gonna turn down the bag?
His coaching was a lot like his career. It's terrible. His basketball career.
All right. Y'all, he trying to turn water into wine, but he deserved to get fired? Those two things contradict yourself.
But think of it like this. He knew what he was coming into with the money he was getting.
Yeah, he did.
And he knew what their expectations were.
Yeah.
So my thing is he knew what their expectations were, and he did nothing.
He did nothing with the Pelicans.
Not even go 500.
He did nothing with the Pelicans.
They won 13
He
games.
had one good year with Phoenix. One.
That just shows you what he did in Phoenix was not all him.
Overrated.
Because you should at least
it's 60-40. 60-40.
Okay.
60%
Okay,
players,
so then they should at least
40%
so
coach.
they should at least won 25 games. They didn't even break the 20 mark. Come on, bro. The 20 mark.
I just know if
you can't keep a coach.
If my record, if I look at my roster.
I'll say this before you say this.
Go ahead.
If you're showing progress, then you don't fire him. Detroit got worse as the season went by.
Yeah. I'm not saying that their record. I'm not saying their record is their record is horrible.
But you know,
but like I said before, you can't even name me two people on their roster.
But okay, you said the key thing. That's what was more important over there in Detroit that he wasn't able to do because they're so young. You don't even know them. So guess what?
And 68.
He couldn't even relate to them.
And just so you know, the coach of the Wizards was off.
Monty Williams is almost 50 years old. That group nobody is over 22.
The coach of the Wizards, they won 15 games. He was fired.
All right.
I'm just saying, it ain't so. We gonna make it, but again, I do think black coaches have a bigger microscope.
I think Monty Williams caught the short end of the stick again.
The fact that Sam Cassell's not a head coach is a problem.
And the thing that is just
actually
very
they won 14 games. They won 14 games. 14 to 68.
The blame that the coaches get for this is just the thing that just irritates me.
It's not that, Zeke. The problem is if you're the last worst ranked team in the league, you lose your job. It's not new. It's happened every year. It happened to Larry Drew. It happened to Scott Skiles.
I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm saying it shouldn't be like that.
Well, yeah, it should.
No, it should.
You can at least be competitive,
especially if you've been there a year.
Okay, no,
y'all think me to turn things around in a year?
Because listen,
my first year,
he got a full summer camp.
The Spurs sucked, but they were competitive.
They showed competitive.
Yes, they were. They showed up and they played.
How many games they win?
20. They were 20-60, but they showed up to play. They didn't give up.
You know why their coach is there? You know why their coach is still there, Dre?
Because he's also the GM and the president of the basketball operation.
And he's probably one of the greatest coaches ever. And they're like, whenever you want to leave, you can leave.
But it's only two teams that didn't make the 20 mark.
Yes, I understand that.
And both teams got fired.
Both coaches.
I understand that. I'm not.
You gotta leave.
Hold
on. If you can make a 20-game mark with Pop Group,
number one draft pick, you should be able to.
Pop Group.
With the number one draft pick, you should be able to.
I mean, his arms ain't no bigger than this court.
I swear. Okay, now we got here's the big news. That would just rock the world last week. And I told you, Los Angeles Lakers have hired JJ Redick as their next head coach, offering him a 4-year, $80 million contract.
Who cares?
Terrible.
What do you mean?
In the words of Charles Barkley, terrible.
You said
That's
the
just
big.
terrible.
You said the big news. Everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody was talking about this all week. Doing like this one, this big talk all week.
But you know what? I'm gonna give you props. We didn't want to believe it, Kesey and I. But again, that was the worst kept secret in the NBA. Everybody and their mama knew that.
When they were talking about UConn coach, that came out of the blue. I said, who?
The Los Angeles Lakers, Jenny Buss should fire herself.
Look, that GM been messing up the Lakers for a long time.
Horrible.
I didn't want to say anything, but
horrible.
That's what.
And you know what's making me upset about it is they're talking about he has the potential to be the next Steve Kerr
or Pat Riley.
Just listen. Just because you're a good commentator doesn't mean you're going to be
a good coach. He has a high basketball IQ. That's what y'all say.
Because he's watching it.
He has a high basketball IQ.
We have good basketball IQ.
Well, not like that.
Watch.
So the Lakers is getting 2 underachievers added to their roster. JJ Redick and Bronny James. Right? Somebody got to excel.
Yeah.
One of the two.
So
either it's going to be Bronny or either it's going to be
when he wins,
JJ.
And they gave him 4 years basically saying, we know this going to suck, so we're going to take care of you anyway, JJ.
But I mean, who else is it?
That's what I was going to say, but you could have went after Sam Cassell.
Nah.
You could have went after Kenny Atkinson.
That's true, but I just thought it was hilarious.
You know,
but some of them players don't want that LA job.
LA. That is the big thing.
LA is tough.
Is the LA
the Laker fans wanted Monty Williams?
They did. He has experience. Is that what y'all wanted? Y'all wanted somebody with experience?
I wouldn't have gave Monty a dime.
Monty don't deserve it. Like, you don't get rewarded the Lakers if you get fired from.
I would not give.
It's either him or JJ. One of them got experience, the other one don't.
I don't even care. I just like LeBron James. I don't care about the Lakers.
We'll quote that for next year. I just thought it was hilarious. I just think this whole thing is hilarious.
Yeah.
And when they draft Brian, I'm gonna get a bigger
move
laugh.
over.
Going into Bucks talk, Doc Rivers wants a change or two to core players around Giannis and Dame. This may include moving Brook Lopez. Here are some possible trading packages.
Fizdale could have got a call. I'm still on this coaching carousel. Sam Cassell, Fizdale,
Hey, LeBron and
Juwan Howard.
Juwan Howard. Now you're just pulling people out your butt.
Juwan Howard was a highly respected basketball coach
in Michigan,
and a highly respected assistant coach with Miami. Don't do it. Don't do that.
You might as well give it to Heisman.
So,
but moving on.
We already know somebody got to go. But who do you get for Brook?
I'm finna list down some names here.
I seen what you had.
Okay.
I don't agree with none of them.
Wasn't good.
I thought
Brook
first of all, I thought the Rockets trade was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
Steven Adams.
Nope.
Steven
who?
Hill
Retired. Bro ain't. First of all, you're
he
right.
got hurt.
He ain't played in 2 seasons.
No, he got hurt.
He ain't played in 2 seasons.
He got hurt.
Like still, he ain't played in 2 seasons.
Listen,
big solid guy.
No,
I think. And then you didn't even list the trade.
Or Kings.
You didn't even list the trade that's really out there.
Who?
The New Orleans Pelicans trade.
What's the New Orleans Pelicans trade?
Brandon Ingram.
Oh, we talked about that last week. That's
the trade that. But I'm just saying, you didn't put that as one of the ones.
That wasn't one of the ones. That was.
But that's one of the ones that's most.
But you got to get rid of Middleton for that to work.
No.
Yeah.
The deal is Pat Connaughton and Brook, and a draft pick for Ingram.
So who's coming off the bench?
Because they don't want it because New Orleans don't want to. Yes, we do.
For 2029?
2029.
We got 2024 too.
No, we don't.
Not first round.
We traded
second round.
We traded that.
You think Ingram finna get a first rounder?
I think he's working.
That's why New Orleans trying to get rid of him. They don't want to pay him.
So he would have to come off the bench though.
Why?
Middleton, Dame, Giannis. Where's he gonna fit in?
He plays a 3.
Middleton. So you're saying you're moving Middleton to a power forward?
Middleton plays a 2.
So you're saying Dame, Middleton,
Brandon
Ingram,
Giannis,
and Brook,
and whoever else they can bring in.
Brook is gone. Brook has to go.
Brook is.
But what do you mean Brook is gone?
Oh, you talking about to get Ingram, Brook would be gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you bring in another young center.
Here's why I don't like it. Ingram's injury prone. Giannis is injury prone. Dame is injury prone. That's too much injury proneness for me in the starting lineup.
Who's not injury prone?
Who's not injury prone?
I said who's not injury prone?
Did I just lie about any of them?
Yeah, you did.
So Giannis, who now gets non-contact injuries, is not injury prone now?
Giannis is not injury prone.
All right, Isaiah. Okay.
He's not injury prone.
Whatever you say.
Because every time somebody get injury prone,
is Dame injury prone?
Dame's pretty injury prone.
Is Middleton injury prone?
Middleton is definitely injury prone.
Is Ingram injury prone?
Brandon Ingram?
Yes.
A little bit.
I just said that.
You said Giannis.
He's injury prone too.
Giannis not injury prone.
Okay.
Dame has been injured every year for the last couple of years. Yes or no?
I love Giannis as much as anybody.
Giannis is he was injured.
There's not a
this
bigger
year.
Bucks fan.
Hold on. This year he was injured. Last year was he injured?
Giannis.
Last year was he injured?
A injury prone.
He got injured during the season, which they all do.
Non-contact injuries, though, Zeke.
What does that do anything?
That has a lot to do with everything.
No, last year he fell on his back. Remember?
He fell on his back. This year,
but my thing is, he gets injured during the season.
Okay,
but my thing
fine.
Injuries happen.
He gets hurt every time around the playoff time.
You get injury. You get that injury prone kind.
Not injury prone. If you get hurt every time the playoffs happen.
But everybody do.
But is it injury prone?
My thing is when you talk about injury.
Okay,
prone,
fine. 3, I'll give you that. You're right. And I'm not just saying that to keep you quiet. You're right. I'm not. No, I'm not.
He definitely is.
No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna give him some props. Yes.
Tell you to shut up.
Giannis does get injured because he carries a lot of weight. But still, 3 other injury-prone players surrounding him is gonna make him carry more weight.
Well,
and you're taking hold up. And you're taking our best defensive player on the team besides Giannis by getting rid of Brook. Ingram don't play D. Dame don't play D. Middleton occasionally play D.
So who got to leave out the court then?
It's got to be Brook or Middleton or both.
One of those.
So who wants Middleton?
I think they're package deals. I think you got to take them both together, man. Got some together.
But the thing about that is this.
Or like Zeke said, you got to add Beauchamp. You got to give something, because here's the thing about Beauchamp. Even though people don't think he's good, young players are attractive to teams who want to build for the future. And Beauchamp is probably the most attractive trade asset that we have outside of our core starting lineup, who we've all agreed are mostly injury prone and who possibly don't gel that great together.
I just know that this team is a couple things I took from this. Number one, we're leaning more towards a defensive threat. I can say defensive threat, but a defensive mentality, which has got us success in the past. That's number one. Number two, he noticed we need more athletic players. I don't want to say guards or wings, but just players altogether. Brook, even though he is our best defensive player, is really by default because everybody else besides Giannis sucks on defense. Then you're talking about getting out of that core. So if we're going to pick somebody out of the 5, it's probably going to be Brook because he's the oldest. He's the oldest. And on top of that, the reason why Indiana was killing us and they was running circles around us because people like Brook had to stay on the court, but we couldn't keep on the court because he's so old and he couldn't keep up with them running.
And the Bucks are the oldest team in the NBA.
So my thing is, like, with all these possible trades that I put on there, these are young athletic players. That's what I took from all of that. Young athletic players who could get back on defense. I can teach you some schemes, but you getting back on defense is a younger thing. It's not a one of those who we gonna get, because we're not gonna get a superstar. We lucky if we get an all-star. Brandon Ingram is the closest player we can get to an all-star. We don't even need an all-star. We just need some solid players. All these guys that I didn't even get to the list, but Bruce Brown, Steven Adams, Weldon Carter Jr. These are Harrison Barnes, solid players.
Terrible picks.
Those are solid players.
Not for Brook.
Yes, they are for Brook.
Brook
is old. We're lucky to get some solid players out of it.
But Brook can still get you 10 to 15 rebounds a game.
Because he's 7 foot.
It don't matter. We need that. He can get you He can get you 5 blocks a game.
Those players can't?
They cannot.
they can.
Steven Adams has been hurt for 2 seasons. We don't even know what he's going to look like.
Now, besides Steven Adams, fine.
Harrison Barnes ain't it, bro. He ain't it, bro.
He's a wing.
He's a wing, but
and he's coming off. He coming off the bench. I'd rather somebody who know they coming off the bench than Brandon Ingram. Like I got to start. Brandon Ingram, like I got to start.
Well, we got room for him if he comes over. But the Bucks got work to do, man. I like I said, this season.
To me, this is a
test season for us.
This is a plus.
If we don't win this year or get to the finals, Giannis leaves.
That's again. You go to the extremes. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well,
he just resigned.
It's part of his fault. So
he just resigned.
Need to get rid of his brother. Cut his brother. Trade him.
Here we go with that again.
Trade the Nastas for one of them players.
Giannis.
Trade.
Hey, you and your brother. Y'all good. Hey, don't.
Yeah.
Do y'all just remember that when y'all be talking to him at church?
Everybody, sports is one thing. I can love you as a brother in the Lord. But
y'all talk to him on.
Everybody and their mama want the Nastas gone. Everybody. Everybody.
I want Giannis gone.
But then again,
Giannis gone.
if Bronny can play in the NBA, nepotism can happen with Giannis. Nepotism can happen.
Well, this is your boy Big Zeke. I'm sorry. Let me rewind. I'm sorry. This has been another episode of 94 for You podcast. This is your boy Big Zeke. I hear my brother Kesey.
It's been another good one, good people.
Brother Dre.
Great season, folks. Great season. Appreciate the time.
You can catch us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can get us on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, and SoundCloud. Agree with us?
Probably not.
This is a 94 P podcast. Peace.
Yeah.